Creature Quest, you guys are good?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1.
Answering quizzes, avoiding obstacles, shooting enemies all in one with a critical stress. Assalamu alaikum and good morning to all the judges and all the ladies and gentlemen present here today. We are the Ever Studio and today we'll be presenting you on our game named The Creature Quest. So firstly first, my name is Alka Sofia. I am the idea generator and also presentation manager of the group.
I am Muhammad Rashdan. I am the project manager and the game designer. I am Muhammad Hakim. I am the game programmer and the game tester.
I'm Khairul Ashraf and I'm the UI designer and the sound engineer.
So, as you can see from the overall line of our world, our game is based on SDG 15, which is Life on Land. So the goal of SDG 15 is to protect and also promote sustainable use of the ecosystem. Some of the problems aimed to be solved through SDG 15 is deforestation, animal extinction, etc., etc. Now, how does our game address these problems? Well, actually, in our game, there will be animals in cages to visualize the inhumanity of individuals who deliberately capture animals for their own good and need, like poachers and hunters, etc., etc. Now, how does our game solve the problems then? Well, actually, there will be quizzes all throughout the game, and as a player, you need to answer those quizzes to release the trapped animal inside the cages. And these quizzes can act as an educational tool to nurture the young minds of the importance and also the consequences of our present action to the future world, future earth, and also the future animal. Now, before we get into the story of our game, let us just introduce our character. So this is Jeffrey, the main character of our game. This is Jeff, the main villain of our game. And this is Jasmine, which is the enemy that you need to kill throughout the game. So, I'll pass it to Carol to continue about the story.
Let's get into the storyline of our game. In a small fictional world of imagination, there's Jeff, a mad scientist that is obsessed in hunting animals. His ultimate goal is to ensure that all animals from his world go extinct. But why? It is to prove that humans can live better without animals. Through his research, a world without animals. And to Jeffrey, the master of animals, it is his responsibility to ensure the safety of those animals, especially the mythical ones that are protected in the last remaining zoo of his that is coveted by Jeff. By lifting Jeff personally, he can save the lives of those animals while making sure that Jeff won't be making the same mistake ever again.
So, for our game goals and game rules, for our game goals, we need to solve all puzzles to save all the animals. And after that, we need to defeat all the enemies to proceed to the next level. And finally, we need to defeat the boss that is Jeff. As for our game rules, we need to solve all puzzles to save the animals and avoid traps such as spikes and bad traps. And finally, we need to defeat all the enemies.
Hi, I am Norman and I will be covering the target player in the marketing plan for our game. So the target player for our game is 12 to 70 years old who are pre-teens and teens who like to play PC games and also trivia games, and also unaware of the importance of protecting endangered animals. Next, we will be talking about the marketing plan for our game. So the marketing plan for our game is to include sponsorship products in our game, such as parody characters and also parody songs. Next is collaborating with bigger companies such as Xbox and PlayStation to include our game, and also collaborating with other streamers and content creators so they can play our game and show our game to their audiences. And finally, getting donations from players who appreciates the game and wants to support the developers. Down to our team.
So that's it for the pitch. We'll move on to the game demo.
This is the main menu for our game. This is the main menu for our game. You can start by pressing play. And currently, there are 3 levels in our game. We will add more in the future. And let's start with the tutorial to introduce you to our game mechanics.
So this is the tutorial level. To move around, you can control it with the left joystick. To jump, you can press the A button. And there will be actually spikes throughout the game, so you need to try your best to avoid it as they can actually deduct your half-life. A cool feature of our game is that you can actually double jump by pressing the A button twice. And you can also press the left button on the joystick, hold the left button on the joystick while moving to run. So this is the enemy decoy, and to take out your weapon you can press B. And to aim you can control with the right joystick. And to shoot you can press the right button on the joystick. So, as you can see here, this is the ammo count. And if your ammo count ever gets below 30, you can actually reload it by going to this, interact this red looking thing and press X. And as you can see here, it reloaded. So this is the cage, and actually in level 1 and level 2, there will actually be tigers inside that, and to release the tiger, you interact with the cage by pressing X, and you need to answer quizzes. So if you answer incorrectly, it will actually down your half-life, and if you were to answer correctly, the cage will disappear, you will release the animal, and so you will obtain a star up here. So this is actually my favorite part actually. So you can access to the map system by pressing Y. And this orange thing is you. If you move, it moves. If you jump, it jumps. So you may not see this as useful right now, but in level 1 and level 2, you will see the use of it. So I'll pass it to Carol for the gameplay.
Now, let's watch some gameplay example from my teammate over here. But before that, just a quick note. The difference between level 1 and level 2 is that level 1 doesn't have enemy yet. It is just for you to practice your movement, your jumps, jumping from platform to platforms, etc. Like we said earlier, our game is a platformer game. You have to jump from platforms to platforms, and there's a lot of enemy throughout the map that is programmed to follow your movement. If you get close to the enemy, it will deduct your heart. The longer you get close, the more heart will be deducted from you. Wow, look at that! We found a cage. Let's save that animal. Interact with the cage by pressing X and answer the quiz. Obtain a star. Now we have obtain one out of 3 stars.
Oh no, I'm lost. What is the other stars that I need to gather?
Like I said earlier, you can access the map system if you're lost. The 3 stars here represent the cages that are left for you to see. Please note that you can access the map system while also playing the game in case you are a forgetful person.
Oh, I have found another cage.
Now, you just need to find the last star. In case you're wondering, you don't have to necessarily kill the enemies. You can just avoid them and don't be too obsessed in killing them like our friend over here. Let's just finish our game. That's all for our game demonstration. We're open for Q&A.
Enemies don't shoot back. Enemies don't shoot back.
So, if you get close, it will deduct you.
Not for now, but we add it in the future.
What are the points for?
It's for high scores.
Oh, high score.
But just for now, for later, we will use it as a way to heal you.
On the game, right? If I answered wrongly on the question, so the cage doesn't open.
Yeah.
So how many tries do I have?
Until your half-life. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Just some tips. So I see your monetization, right? You're targeting on 12 to 17 years old, and then you have an in-app purchase. Just in-app purchase sometimes doesn't work for that age range because they don't have the, like for example, no, I mean there's no purchase. Just for your information.
So you can also ask us about the coding as well. You can also want to ask us about that.
Any more suggestions or feedbacks?
Compliments.
like the map.
Very one, the only one and only team that done that.
Oh, very proud. Okay. So, I ask you one more other question. So, you have a self-corp in front of you today, and you said one of your ways to market your game is to get sponsors. How would you pitch to self-corp to get them to become a sponsor?
I will show you the statistic of our game. So the past 2 days of us showing our game, right? I see that lots of children likes to play our game. So, you know that the final level is actually very hard, especially for like teenagers like us. I see that children likes to, if they die, they will just retry until they done it. I see that 10 times, 10, 11 times they die. Just keep playing until they finish the level.
You're saying the children will buy self-corp expats, is it? That's the suggestion. If you want to get sponsorship, make sure you know the company well and what they sell and who they sell to.
Jeff and Jeffrey brothers or something.
That's the low one.
That's a good question. Why use a fictional world? Why not use Earth? What word?
It is just for demonstrating because it is almost impossible to kill all animals from our world because there are too many. Like animals, like ants. There are too many ants. We can kill all ants from this world.
Then the tigers, we have 95% already depleted, right? That's almost done already, so yeah, you can.
But there's only one type of animal. There's many types, like monkeys, tiger, lion. Any more questions?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Alright, let's give them a